Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki or Dominiki, and I'm going to share with you my green sauce recipe. You can already see what we are working with, but to the green sauce, once you have your green sauce, it makes cooking easy, even easier or the easiest. Like, you don't have to always have the fresh spices with you just use 1, 2 or 3 tablespoons to add to your food, and you know, okay, you have your flavor. It's a kind of guarantee flavor, like taste flavor or flavor guarantee, whatever. So I had to stop because I was looking for this bad boy. Very important. So, depending on how flavored and how tasty you want your dish to be, then you go 1, 2, 3, or 5 or 7 tablespoons of your green sauce. So let's start here. You might think it looks like celery. It isn't celery. It is Maggi Kraut. Okay, it is very, very important. If you don't have it, please maybe go online and buy the pulver form, like dried and pulvered. Oh, okay, but you will have to use more of it, and fresh is always better, but it is what it is. So I really love those two together. They help in getting the umami taste. Like, I'm an umami junkie. I was umami fan before the Japanese even came with the umami taste. Like, I knew I wanted it, but I never knew the name. Anyways, in my mother tongue, it's a different language. You can see. So Maggi Kraut, as much as the celery, and get it as fresh as you can. You see, they are brothers and sisters or cousins. Like, even the way the plant is formed is very different. Sometimes I feel like celery was this before, and people had to, make it new and cross it, mix it to make it like taste milder. Okay, next thing is going to be leek. Actually, what we want is the leek leaves, starting from here till the top, but it's very difficult here in Europe to find a complete leek unless you really go on the market. But this is what I could find, and only really this size. This size. Okay, so you want the green or the greener part of your leek. I'm going to be using all of it. Okay, and you can see a lot of dirt, or what I would call ground, in it. So whilst washing it, you really have to thoroughly wash those, and as I'm opening like this, and really go in and wash it. Next, lime. Either you use lime or vinegar, it's going to enhance the taste of the green sauce, and it's a kind of conservative as well. Okay, next thing is going to be parsley. There are 2 types. You can use the like, I call it frown one. I've been calling it, that's the name I've been calling it since I was a child, but it's parsley. The leaves are either round or flat. And then we go with coriander. Coriander. Like, my heart beats for spices, for everything tasty. And obviously green onions. Okay, you can go all the way, like you take but what we want is actually this green part as on the leek, but I will be using all of them. Just cut this one down and you're good to go. Now, this is chili, habanero, chili, pepper, sea salt, whatever you call it, but this is the on the tastiest, on the spiciest and hottest side, and this is mild. Okay, I love chili, and you should as well, even if you don't eat hot. Like only this amount of chili for the whole of this green sauce, it's just to recall one of the taste we have, like hot, salty, and sweet and sour. All of it makes umami. If you haven't seen my video on how to cook without stock cubes, then go and watch it. I explain it further. Then here we have basil, a red basil. I have it from the garden, but you can use normal basil. It's just a little, like this is, you look, it's not that much. So if you consider how much I have this Maggi crowd, it's called Maggi crowd because it tastes like Maggi. Okay, Maggi stands for everything, stock, knorr, dangote, cube, honey, Maggi oni or Maggi whatever. It's Maggi crowd because it has that umami taste in it. And then comes thyme. Maybe I have too much of it. Maybe I'm just going to do half of it. But I love it. It's delicious. It's So I love my food very, very tasty. So I'm probably going to use all of it because more is more, right? Then you have to blend the spices with some kind of oil. The best oil should be the one with the less taste. So something like coconut oil is not going to do it, or olive oil. If you like olive oil, go for it. I would just say go for the oil you love the most. But bear in mind, you have to use this to taste your normal food. So it might be too much on the normal dish you are cooking, right? And this one is also, I will call it the brother of the Maggi crowd, is the Scharf Tiger Clay. That was German. I will go write the name here. And this is a secret I'm sharing with you people. Like, it is bomb. It is the bomb.com. If you want to cook without processed spices and whatever, this one is very, very good. Obviously, when you are cooking, you will be having some salt in it. So you can either salt your green sauce, like to make sure if you're like spicing up maybe these chicken thighs, which I'm going to do. Watch the video, it's coming. If you have to spice this chicken up, make sure if you have to taste, if the green spice is already salty, then everywhere the green spice is going to go, you'll be sure that the salt is there. This is optional. It depends on your preferences. As same as sugar, but bear in mind, you want to recall all the 4 tastes we have in our mouth: salty, bitter, sweet, and sour. Did I forget anything? Right. So now I'm going to wash these and catch you when they are already washed. Like I showed you, you really have to go thoroughly. Even here you see there's a bit of dirt there, so you really have to go thoroughly and wash it. This you can use for a soup or a broth, a vegetable broth or something. Oh, this is You can eat it like this. And then you use oil as your fluid. I really go in. Upon it and add more. Now we are done with the blending, and you can see how blended, like smoothly blended it is. So now it's over to you, or up to you, how you want to conserve it. I do ice cube, and in this glassware, like I can use spoon, remove 1 tablespoon and spice my food up, or I use 1 cube, and then I store it in these 1 liter Ziploc bags. And that's it. So it's smoothly blended. I will recommend to always have at least 2 millimeters of a kind of fat up there like this. It helps with the conservation. I'm going to do it right now. Although it is fatty, I still go ahead and put a kind of film of oil. Here we go. There we go. I think I should have done 2 smaller bags, but once those one are frozen, I'm going to remove them out of the ice cube maker and put them in such a bag so I can just pop one and put in my soup. This is going in the freeze, in the fridge, in the refrigerator, and it's going to last me, depending on how much I'm cooking, 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, and you know, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. That was it. Subscribe for more recipes and tips, and let me know how you do your green sauce, or if you even do one. Bye.